Happy Force Friday, LEGO fans! Today is the 30th of September in 2016, which was Force Friday this year. Last year, I believe it was September 4th. Next year will be something completely different. But who cares, because we get to go and buy new LEGO Star Wars sets today. So, the set I picked out for myself was set 75152, the Imperial Assault Hovertank. Comes with 385 pieces, and the best part, at least in the United States, is it retails for just $29.99. How about that for a price per piece ratio for a Star Wars set? Nice to finally see that on one here, since the Force Awakens sets have had pretty terrible price per piece ratios. Luckily, Rogue One is not following that same trend nearly as badly. And this set, when I saw the original pictures, was the one that I'm like, oh, I have to get that set. I think a large part of it was because it comes with an official Donnie Yen Lego figure of Chirrut Imwe right up here with his staff. He's one of my favorite martial artists ever, so super excited to get him in minifig form. But first, let's take a look at the tank. And here it is, the Imperial Assault Hovertank. According to the LEGO description, this patrols the streets here, so it's kind of an urban warfare type vehicle. It appears with lots of lower angled cannons here. You can see we got a couple cannons on the front here that just stick straight out, and they don't change elevation at all. You can of course turn the whole vehicle to change their angle. And then on the side, these can go up and down, which is nice, but it does still appear that this is mainly a anti-infantry, anti-foot soldier type vehicle. I really like the detailing on this because none of them are stickers. There are zero, that's right, zero stickers in this Star Wars set, which is super nice, but they still managed to pull off all kinds of detail just using parts. Have nice use of these bricks that have the little indentation in the middle there. And this gear, while it does activate a play feature, it even looks fine. Some nice greebling on the side. Around the front, we do have a hatch here that will let you get access to one of the cockpits. So that just folds straight out, and you can see our Hovertank pilot sitting in there. He doesn't have any kind of console, which is a little bit disappointing because there was definitely room. They could have stuck one right there. Just a printed tile would have been awesome. So he doesn't really have any controls, but hey, he looks pretty cool sitting in there. There's also another opening hatch up top, which you can see our second pilot in there. Again, no controls for him either. He's just kind of looking at the back of his friend's head. But it looks fine. I think they did a good job detailing these hatches too, so it's not super apparent for the front one at least that it does fold forward, just taking a quick glance at it. This one does look like a hatch, so it is good that that opens up. Have a little turret emplacement up here. It's just one of the long blaster rifles stuck into this nice piece in light bluish gray. I don't know that we've gotten it in this color in a set before. Well, hell, would I just rip the whole thing off? That piece right there. Little handle, can accept a peg in that end. Excellent piece to get in that color. I think that's about where it was. Maybe it was up one. Looks better. Okay. There's also clips on either side to hold other blasters or weapons as you see fit. And around the sides, here's another better look at the detailing there. Just great job to the designers not having to rely on stickers. I'm super excited about that. Around the back, we do have this nice orange cargo crate sitting on here, which does actually hold some cargo. So you open it up, and it's got a blaster in there, and what LEGO calls a pair of electro binoculars. That's what it says in the official set description. They're just the larger binocular pieces that we've seen before in many sets for many, many years. So not a whole lot of storage space inside it, but I do think the container itself looks very nice. There's enough room on the back to put it in two different spots, or of course you could have a second one of these back here, or you could even stand up a figure or two if you wanted. I do kind of wish that there would have been a second one of these included just to fill up that space. I think it would have looked a bit better. But even with them removed, even with that removed, you still have enough detail there that I don't think it looks too boring, because it's still obvious what it is. It's like that's a place you can store stuff, you can hold things there. So it doesn't just look like a big empty space, it's something you can still tell the use for. The other side is just symmetrical here. Very nice. Around the back, Nothing too terribly exciting since it's just like a flatbed there. Here's what it looks like underneath. So the way it rolls around are on these transparent clear wheels. Very good. It works really well. It doesn't sound too good if you try to move side to side, but it does roll forward quite nicely. So you can really roll it into battle here. Oh, it stopped right before him. How about that? There we go. Takes him out. So I like that feature. You can roll it right down a street and knock down some enemy soldiers or civilians or whatever the Empire's up to these days. Pretty good design on the tank, if I can say so myself. These go up and down, as I said before, to adjust for range, but then you can also fire stuff, not actually out of these, but make it look like it is by turning the knobs on the side. Give that a quick turn, and out shoots a spring-loaded missile. So those are actually hidden pretty well under there. You don't even really notice them unless you're looking for them. So great job to the designers again there. And they didn't use a bright red or white or yellow knob up here to be like, hey, turn this and something will happen. So nice job hiding away the play features. Okay, and that really does it for this tank. It's a pretty simple little build. It has some nice ways it attaches things, but there's no complicated techniques, and it goes together relatively fast. Let's take a look at our minifigures. There are 3 minifigures in this set. From left to right, we have Chirrut Îmwe. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. The movie hasn't come out. I haven't heard his name in any of the trailers. They might have said it, but I don't remember. And then we also get 2 Imperial Hovertank pilots. So I like all 3 of these figures. It's really hard to choose a favorite. I think Chirrut Îmwe is my favorite just because, again, it's Donnie Yen in minifigure form. But the Hovertank pilots look excellent as well. Fantastic printing on those. It's kind of hard to tell, but we'll zoom in on one here. So it even has a few spots of sand, it looks like, on his uniform. Nice detailing. And that helmet, wow, that is quite the mold. All kinds of little grooves in it. Very impressive, and excellent printing that lines up well with everything. It's really hard to find a fault with these figures. Let's look at the back. So again, look at that detail. Very nice. There's no side printing on the legs or arms, but that's fine. They look very good. I guess the one thing that could be a disappointment is what's underneath the helmet, which is our clone face that we've had since the Clone Wars, which by the time this movie's set, that was done for a little while. And here is Chirrut Îmwe with his weapon. He's got a staff here, but he also has this kind of bowcaster type build built around just a long blaster. So you do get a second long blaster in the set in addition to the one in the turret. And it's a nice little build. I like how in these Rogue One sets in general, they're using buildable weapons. They're not just sticking a stick in his hand or just giving him a crossbow. They're actually building up some weapons to make him more interesting. With his weapons removed, we'll take a look at his torso printing here. He also has a nice little cape type piece. Wow, I can't get that off. Cape piece around his legs. Looks good there with a couple different colors on it. So there is Donnie Yen from the front. And Chirrut Îmwe at the back here. Looks great. Nice detailing again. And here's his alternate face. Looks a little bit happier in this one, so maybe that's as he sees the tank coming at him, and that one is as he's beating the snot out of these stormtroopers. So nice figure there. And I forgot to mention, these are lightsaber hilts, but they're like a gunmetal color. Nice gunmetal gray. I don't personally have any of these until this set. I don't know if they've existed before or not. They probably have. I don't have a ton of Star Wars sets compared to some other people. But hey, good parts there, and you get a third one as a spare piece. Let's go ahead and talk about my final thoughts on this set. So for my final thoughts on the Imperial Assault Hovertank, I really like the set. If you couldn't already tell during my review, the price per piece is great, so it's very nice to see that again. The minifigure selection is very nice, makes a good battle pack style set where you get a nice vehicle build that you could see existing in numbers in some city, as well as the 2 pilots, which Could be much more than just pilots. They definitely look like some kind of ground troops as well, so it doesn't hurt to have some of them outside the tank running around shooting at some rebels. The tank build itself is very enjoyable, pretty quick, but it still has some nice techniques. And I mean, the play features work well, and they are hidden well, and there are no stickers. So great job to the designers getting everything in here, and it just is a pretty nice set. My one critique would be that there's only one of the orange crates. I would have loved to have had a second one, but if that would have added on the 20 more pieces to put this at a $40 price point, that's fine that they didn't do it. Just a second one would have made it look a little bit more complete. Let me know what you think about this set down in the comments below, and I'll come back to you with more reviews soon.